Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we
good.
can start, Mavisham. Over to you.
Yeah. Good evening, Subhastri. Let me know once my screens comes through.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll start on if we have like last week we have seen the demo of this ETL testing. So there we have discussed, we are covering the data warehouse concept, and then we are going to cover the software testing and then Unix, and then we go after that we'll see ETL testing part. So before that, Subhastri, can you introduce like quickly yourself? I just want to be know whether in a IT background or not. Before start of the class, we just
Yes, sure. 1 minute. Just give me
you
1 minute.
attended the yeah ticket time yeah. Yeah, hi Rohit. Can you hear me? Hello. Yeah, hi Aryan. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi. Okay, so we'll start on. So as discussed, like we have seen the demo class. So there we have seen the overall ETL process. So there we have discussed. We are going to cover data warehouse concept, software testing, and then Unix and basic of SQL, and then we go ahead for an ETL important concepts. So yeah, so I just want to know you guys like quick introduce yourself, and then we'll start with the data warehouse concept. Like anyone can start on, like go ahead. Like just what's your name and from where are you and what's your background? Whether you will be working as working in IT or in a fresher. If it is experience, then how much experience and which field? Can you hear me,
Yeah,
guys? Yeah. Go ahead, Subhashri.
yeah, yeah. Hi, I'm Subhashri. Actually, I am from Hyderabad. I have work experience for 4 years in manual testing, and now currently I'm switching to ETL. I have knowledge on ETL, but actually that's some I have some problems like how to validate the incremental loading test cases, writing all those things. I have some doubts. That's why I'm joining this course. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Got you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Subhashri.
Can you please today just tell me I'm the end the session regarding the incremental load test cases.
Yes. We'll see software testing concept. There will cover the test cases, everything,
Yeah,
and
actually I know
so
about
we can
everything
ready.
about that, but actually little bit doubt on incremental loading. That's why actually test cases regarding. Okay.
Okay. Got you. Yeah. No
Yeah,
worries.
yeah, yes.
Yeah. Any other place? Aryan, you want to be go ahead? Okay, okay, no issues. We'll start on. Yeah, so today we'll see data warehouse concept. Okay, so what is database, basic of data warehouse, and some important terms in data warehouse. Okay, so yeah, if you have any queries, just stop me. Okay, so we'll start on. So starting with the data, see we know in ETL testing, we are going to validate the data. So we just need to play with the data. So we do lots of validations. So it is everything based on the data only. So we just understand what is data and what is the database, what is the database management system, and what is data lake and data warehouse. We'll understand these terms. So this will be helpful to you while working. So these terms maybe what is data mart. Some companies will prefer to store the data in data mart. So we'll use the SCD concept. So we'll see that everything in today's class. So starting with the data. So data is nothing but like collections of information. So let's suppose whether we are say we are using an like WhatsApp. So there if we sharing an important message, so that like in a text format, right? So that is kind of an a data. Like if we are seeing any images or any like video format or an audio format or in a word format, so everything is in a data we are like usually formatting in a particular manner. So data is nothing but collection of information, right? If like someone is like let's suppose if you're going to the grocery shop, so there like your data, it's like your phone number and your name and your addresses. So this is like small, like phone number is in a data, addresses is in a data, like,
Sorry,
right? So
excuse me.
hmm, go
Yeah,
ahead.
actually, I know all this concept. Can you please just tell me today, as there are only two, I am and only Aryan. So I know that he maybe he's new, but actually I know the only the SCD concept today. Actually, I know all those things. Uh,
Uh, yeah, fine, Subhasri, but as per syllabus, we need to be go on. What's your thought, Arya?
yeah,
So we'll come.
yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
just tell. Actually, I want to know the just the test cases of incremental load, like SCD 1, 2.
Hmm.
Yeah,
We'll
I
come back
can.
to this.
Yeah, actually, all
Yeah.
those things I
Yeah,
know.
1 minute. Hold on.
Yeah,
So, Subhashi, like we have to go with the flow actually. Okay.
yeah.
We
Actually, I
have few
know,
other
but actually,
participants, so they have messaged me.
okay, okay. But today, actually,
Actually, yes,
only
that's what we have to go with the flow actually. Okay, so Mubashir, can you show the syllabus, please?
Yeah. Yeah. A data
Yes.
warehouse
So
concept.
see, like uh, this is the syllabus. So we'll be proceeding further in accordance with the syllabus. Okay. Uh, like I think the SAD is what you're doing. That is in point number 9. Okay. And the different data loads will also be there. So we'll be covering that. But actually, we have to go with the flow. Otherwise, like the topics will be jumbled up, and the others who are very new to this, they'll find it difficult to understand the concept. Okay.
okay,
Or
okay,
if you
got
have
it.
any other
Actually, yeah,
topic where you are struggling right now, oh yeah, please tell me.
We'll do. Yeah, we'll do one
okay,
thing. Yeah. Srishti, today maybe we need to be go ahead as per syllabus. If you want one day that particular thing, you don't want on everything. So it's if you for an emergency, will connect separately and will teach you the yeah, it's not possible. You can approach either Tanvir or me regarding this.
Yeah.
We'll plan it accordingly.
Okay, okay. Actually, approaching Tanvir, please just tell me, can you have time as tomorrow anytime for a session like just test
Yeah,
cases for
it's
yeah.
it necessary like it's very important to you or because software testing test cases will maybe start on next week or we need to be
Actually,
cover this
I
topic
know.
2 weeks.
I know test
Hmm.
cases of it's just a doubt on incremental loading like I know all those concepts. I have worked on and I'm
Okay,
currently working in a project.
okay, no worries. After this class, I will call you or Tanvir. You can approach either Tanvir. We'll plan it to you in a separately. No
Okay,
issues. Okay. No worries. Tomorrow we'll plan it. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Is it
Just
fine,
one
Tanvir?
session.
Tanvir, you want to be add anything here? Are you there, Tanvir? You are
Sorry,
in
can you hear
mute.
me? Is my voice audible? I was on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I was facing some, I think, issue. So the voice was not clear. I didn't went through the conversation, what happened. Okay, can you tell me, Moshira, like what was the concern?
I told her to approach separately to you or me. She wants only this particular SCD and implemented loaded test cases. So like if it is tomorrow or half an hour or 1 hour, we'll teach that. I'm not sure because she will wait till next week because as per syllabus, test cases will be like we need to be covered the data warehouse concept and then we'll be moving to the software testing. So, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So see, like we have to go in line with the syllabus, okay? But yes, of course, like Subhashi, if you have any doubt, you're getting confused somewhere, okay? So you can connect with us, okay, once the class is over.
Okay,
But
yeah,
again,
actually, I'm currently
yeah, tell me.
working in a project, so
yeah, got it.
I write test cases, but just little bit doubt on incremental load
Ah,
test
okay, okay.
cases actually. So, can you please give me half an hour tomorrow? Anything, just
Yes,
a clear idea regarding. I
that
know
is,
the incremental loading, but little bit doubt. That's why uh, I joined.
got
Okay,
you.
okay. So,
But yeah, that's what tomorrow you can either call me or Tanvir. So we'll tell you in a timing. We'll connect there and
Okay.
we'll discuss. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime, no problem. Just a half an hour
yes.
or half an hour, no problem.
Got it. Fine, Tanvir. Yeah, fine, right? Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, you can go ahead.
One more request, Tanvir. You have
Mm-hmm.
an
Mm-hmm.
actually SQL group. Can you please add me on that? Actually, I have some SQL query. I'm facing sometimes some issues.
No, please. I hope you have my contact number. You please ping me on WhatsApp. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
we will
sure.
we'll add you in that generic group. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I saw your videos on SQL on YouTube, so actually I like that's
Okay,
why I
okay.
want to.
No issues, no issues. Thanks a lot. So you
Uh,
ping me on WhatsApp, okay? So, but I have another Python training now, so maybe I'll be occupied
yeah,
till 10:30. But
yeah.
after that, for sure, I will revert. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I want to learn also Python and just only in ETL this portion like incremental case.
Okay.
That's
Okay. Sure. Not an issue.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Moisha, you can
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so continuing this data. So data is nothing but in a collection of information. So if you or let's take if we are going to in a supermarket, so there we obviously fills in a detail. So there everything, not only another particular example, like basically data can be in a, like it's kind of in a information. That information, it could be any format, not only in a text or image or word. It could be any format, audio format. So that's what we have seen in the demo. Like data can be split into three types: structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. Okay, so coming back to the database, a database is nothing but like collection of connected information. This information I will be connecting. So only particular informations, like whatever. Let's suppose if we take the student database, so there you can see only related whatever data are related to that particular students. That kind of data we are connecting and collecting, and then we will be maintaining it in a database, either a student's phone number or in a student address or ID. All these informations will be collecting and storing in one place, that is that is called as in a database. Collection of connected informations. So not only student example, if you take an employee database or running in a business, so there will maintain in a separate database. So yeah, so we have seen what is data and what is database. So collection of data will be stored in database. Okay, so next term will be database management system. So I have the database. Let's suppose I have the student database, students information. So if suppose new student has been joining for that particular class, so will what will happen? So I will get that particular student information, and I will be inserting the record there. So if you do any actions like inserting the data or updating, let's suppose I will be updating, the student has been changing the mobile number, so I want to be obviously update their mobile number, so that we if you are sharing any information, so that that particular person will get the information to that particular mobile number. So you can do any actions, so you can do an insert or update or delete. So these actions will be considered like as in a database management system. It's nothing but collection of program that we are inserting or updating a date or deleting in a database. If the student was no more want to attend the class, so like he like will delete the data because he was no more available for the class, so we'll delete that particular person's data. So yeah, if you're doing any actions, so we'll be inserting or updating or deleting, that will be considered as in a database management system. So yeah, any queries here? If not, we'll proceed. Okay. So next will be data lake. So what is data lake? This term is very important. So data lake, data warehouse, data mart. So if you're not able to understand, just let me know. Okay, so yeah, coming to this data lake, data will not be organized. So we know we are storing the data. So that data, like that is an like not an organized format. In database we have seen it will be an organized form. Like only related informations will be kept in one place. That is considered as in a database. But in data lake, the data will be messy. So it cannot like it not be an organized way.
So what is the difference between data lake and data lake versus data warehouse?
Databases and data warehouse will come to that. Yeah. So we have the differences. Will come to that. So this learning the terms, I will come to that. Fine. Okay. So like we have not started data warehouse. We'll teach you about data warehouse, and then I will come the differences between database and data warehouse and data warehouse to data mart. We'll come to that. Yeah. Okay. So the terms is fine.
Yeah.
One thing, sorry to interrupt, Mubashira, and one thing for the participants, like many times it will happen, and it happens in my SQL class as well, Python class, like participants, they're asking question, but we know that the answer to that question will be covered in the successive topics. So in that case, I will request participants to make a note of your question. Okay. So, because like you asked about difference between data warehouse and data lake, right? And the trainer told that it will be covered down the line. So make a note of your question. If you think that the question has not been answered, then you can reiterate. You can ask again. Okay. So because the same thing happens in my SQL class as well. Suppose if I am teaching the aggregate function and the participant has question related to joins. So we used to tell them that, okay, please wait for some time. That will be answered. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Moshe, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So fine. Yeah, so next topic, ETL process in data warehouse. So we know, like how the data warehouse process be involved in ETL process. So like even though we like this is in a separate one and ETL process is in a separate one. So yeah, so here ETL we know stands for extraction, transformation, and loading. So extraction. So I have already told an example if we are like customers, if you take any applications, so there every data has been stored from that particular will be maintaining will be keeping another particular team to take in a customer's data, like we are giving the permissions, so that is not an like an question. So that team will be maintaining the data, so from the team we are extracting the data. So either we can extract in a structured way or in a semi-structured way. So structured way isn't like in a like database. If we take the database, we have lots of database tools as right, Oracle, Postgres, or Hive. Lots of databases tools is available in the market. So which tool we are exactly extracting, and what is the, let's suppose if we are extracting the semi-structured data, which is like source team will send us an data in file format. Okay, so what should be the file name and what should be the format of the file? If like we have lots of file format, we have .json file, CSV file, and text file. So lots of file formats also available. So this everything will be mentioned in the requirement. The only as a ETL tester job is to find what exactly from where exactly we are extracting. In some of the project, as a testers we don't extract the data. Like development team will extract, and they will load it to databases directly. There is two possibilities: either development team can extract the data and send, or we need to be extract the data from the source team. So okay, so we're going forward, we'll deeply see that concepts. So here which is giving the overview. So like extractions will be getting the data from some team. Okay, either we should be checked from which team, SFG team or API team. So that everything will be mentioned in the requirement. So here our job is to see where we are like exactly extracting the data. And once I have get the data, we need to be transform it. We need to be like as per the mapping sheet, as per the business need, we are converting the raw data to proper format. So we'll perform the like transformations that consider as in a staging. So sometimes we'll given a sample ETL design flow.
When we, excuse me, when we receive the data in the form of flat file or CSV file,
Hmm.
we just load the flat file data into the into table, then
Hmm.
we validate. or any other method for CSV files?
See, so your case is you will be extracting the semi-structure, so that's why you will be receiving the data in file format. So that needs to be moved to the databases only. So we'll move that data to staging area. So let's consider the Zena source team will be sending the data that we are going to load to some other database. So let's suppose landing database. I'm just giving the example. So the terms may vary. Okay, so sanitize. This landing sanitize optimize. Let's suppose we'll be taking optimize. And finally for a data warehouse. So we know we are extracting the data, and after that we are going to load the data to this particular landing layer. And then this like after landing, we'll moving this data to sanitize, and then I will be moving the data to optimize. So this particular region will be considered as a staging area. So, or like staging, what is staging area? That everything we can see. Staging area is nothing but we temporarily store the data. So, like why source or business wants to move the data? Why they don't want to move the data directly from source to target? So it's totally depends upon the business need. Business want to keep the data in landing layer, landing sanitize, optimize. Everything is nothing but in a database. So I will be moving from one databases to like let's suppose in Hive, I will be creating the landing database. Same in Hive, I will be creating the sanitized database. So that data should migrate from one layer to other layer. In between, we are performing the transformations, right? So in the
So
staging
in
area,
which
we
area, excuse me, when in which
hmm,
area actually we apply the business logic in a landing or
each
sanitized or
layer,
in optimized?
each layer. So if
Suppose we
we
have a
are
table, suppose we have a table, employee table, and
hmm,
we need to load the data in the data warehouse with
hmm,
employee with the department ID 10. So here, for in the first layer, you have to apply it in landing or in sanitized or in optimized. In which area we need to apply the transformation logic?
yeah, so for that, most of the times they want to be applying optimize. They want to keep whatever raw data we are receiving from the source. They want to keep in landing also. Why they are keeping? So there is some other needs. So which we all need to keep the data in like this raw data in landing. In sanitize as well, there is few transformations needs to be involved, and then an optimized complete transformation. This is one case. Or if I take my like mapping sheet, hands-on mapping sheet, you can see here sample mapping sheet. So each layer they want to main like perform the transformation. So see, landing we have, sanitize we have, optimize we have. So in landing, or like we know we have source information, target information. The data will be migrating. So this data will be migrating from source to landing, right? So in this, in between, we need to be perform the transformation logic. So what kind of transformation logic we need to be performed? That everything will be mentioned in the mapping sheet. Okay, so you might know like if you have already in a basic knowledge, you might know what is mapping sheet things and all. If not, we anyway we are going to cover what is mapping sheet, what are the things will be available, and what exactly ETL tester needs to be considered. Important points in mapping sheet. Will everything will come back. Just showing for your exam for your question. Okay, so each layer. So see here, I have this landing. They are asking us to perform in a straight move or no change. The transformation logic only in a two way. One is in a straight value or in a derived value. If it's in a straight value, whatever data we are like extracting, that particular needs to be transformed to target without any changes, without any duplications, without any junk data. Like as a tester, we need to be make sure this should not be happened. So straight move or no change isn't nothing. So whatever we are just receiving, extracting, that should be loaded in the landing. So coming to the sanitize. See, again, we have the source information, target information. In between, they are asking us to perform the transformation logic both the ways, straight way and straight move and in a derived value. Derived value is in, let's suppose this common name. Common name is, this is like column name. Okay, source column name, target column name. So this common name will move to sanitize. Okay, so like while moving the data, they have given straight move, which is whatever data we are getting for the common name column, we should move it to the target with same value. Let's suppose for the description column, let's suppose will be they are asking us to remove the leading and trailing comma. Consider this is the description value. Okay, so this is one of the value. We are getting the data like this, that they want to be they want to be remove this leading and trailing comma in the target. So if we remove it, so we'll get only this value. Okay, so we are developers job is to write the write in a code to ignore, to remove this. As a testers, we write the query to validate whether it is getting removed or not. Okay, so this is kind of examples of derived value. So and then we have other derived value as well. If we if it comes to a hands-on project, there will explain the mapping sheet and will explain how exactly we'll do the testing. So if for your questions, like each sometimes each layer they will give what is the transformation logic, and then what should be the column names. Everything will be mentioned in the mapping sheet. Got it, Subhasri?
Yeah, I know all this. I know actually, but I'm STM document. I know source target mapping document where source and target data the details are given, and we have to apply the transformation logics in the source and loaded the data into the target.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so next will be in a reporting layer. So once we have loaded the data to data warehouse, so keeping the data warehouse data, which is in data warehouse, we can see in a proper data proper data, and that will be used for the reporting purpose, creating the visualization and a dashboard. Okay, so for the business purpose. So this is the general view of ETL process involved in data warehouse. Yeah, so next topic is what is data warehouse? So yeah, a data warehouse. So what is data warehouse? It's an application for storing, analyzing, and reporting. So here we know we are storing the data not only in a current data, we are storing in a history data as well. So all the data history data and current data will be stored in data warehouse, and that will be used for the reporting purpose. So that is the important functions in data warehouse. We'll store the data and it will be used for the reporting and will use for the analyzation purpose. So that is as in a data warehouse, and it's especially designed for query and analysis rather than transaction processing. Right, so transaction processing is here we are not doing any transaction processing. So it's only used for the query
So
and
actually, I
analysis.
know
You
all
can
those
query
things. So can you
whatever
please?
information. Let's suppose I want.
Hello. Actually, I know all those things. So can we meet tomorrow or Tanvir for that only? Actually, I know all those things. So
Okay, okay,
okay,
no worries.
thank you most.
You can drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Then what is going on? Uh, is it how many students has been enrolled? Hello, can you hear me, Tanvir? Hello.
Yeah, hi Moshe. Is the voice
Yeah,
audible?
yeah. Yes, yes, yes. How many students has been enrolled?
Just a minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me.